If you're from the UK, hold on a minute. Don't skip this video because your privacy is seriously at risk. And even if you're not from the UK, you still need to watch this because what's happening in the UK today could happen in your country tomorrow. If I told you that the UK government now wants to monitor every single thing you do on your phone 24/7 by installing software on your device, you'd think this is the script of some dystopian movie. But this is absolutely real. And the proposals that have come out in the last few days will shock everyone. The UK has taken three major steps. First, 24/7 surveillance software on every device. Second, age verification and tracking to access VPNs. And third, they're treating developers of encrypted messaging apps like Signal and WhatsApp as threat actors. Yes, folks, this isn't fake news. These are all official government proposals. So today we are going to understand in detail what's actually happening, why it's happening, and most importantly, what impact this will have and how we can protect our privacy. Before we move forward, let me be honest with you. I make videos on tech news and I wasn't really planning to cover this topic. But here's the thing, this is technology too, and the technology that was meant to make our lives easier is now becoming a threat to our privacy. That's not normal and it's too important to ignore. Let me be clear, I'm not pushing any propaganda or agenda here. I just believe everyone deserves the right to protect their privacy. That's why I'm making this video to raise awareness. I hope you find it helpful. So let's dive in. Let's understand how this situation came about. Earlier this year, the UK passed the Online Safety Act. The main point was to make age verification mandatory. That means porn sites, social media platforms, gaming websites, everywhere, users would have to prove they're over 18. Now here's the problem. To verify someone is 18 plus, you need to check everyone's age, right? Every single user. And for this, you'd have to provide government ID, face scans, or credit card details. Privacy experts immediately warned that this is a massive privacy concern. One of the internet's fundamental principles is the layer of anonymity, and this would completely destroy that. And unsurprisingly, as soon as this law was implemented, VPN usage in the UK jumped 1400% in one day because people found a simple solution. Use a VPN, access through other countries, and bypass age verification. So what was the government response? They said VPNs are undermining child safety laws. And then this week, they introduced the Children's Wellbeing and Schools Bill. The name sounds pretty innocent, right? Children's well-being. Who would oppose that? But folks, history shows us that the most dangerous laws come with the most innocent names. This bill contains two major proposals that are directly relevant to our discussion. Clause 20 states that within 12 months, every smartphone and tablet that can connect to the internet must have software installed. What will this software do? It will continuously scan and analyze every photo, every video, every live stream. The official reason? To stop child sexual abuse material or CSAM. Now look, stopping CSAM is extremely important, absolutely the right goal. But this approach is completely wrong. Why? Because this means everything on your device. Your private photos, your family messages, your personal videos, everything will be scanned through government software without your permission. And then the government will decide whether it's okay or if it looks suspicious. A similar system was tested in Germany. The result? Almost 50% of scanning alerts were false positives. That means every other alert was wrong. Innocent people were falsely flagged. Let's understand this with a simple analogy. Imagine the government said, we want to know who's planning to rob a store. So we're going to send a government agent into every home to read your diary every night and listen to your conversations. Just to make sure no one's planning anything wrong. Sounds crazy, right? But that's exactly what's happening at a digital level. And it's actually worse because our most sensitive information, bank details, health information, intimate conversations, all of it is on our phones. Reclaim the Net, an organization, summarized it perfectly. While described as efforts to promote well-being of children, this would effectively turn personal devices into permanent monitoring systems and reduce privacy of digital life to a conditional privilege. Now let's move to the second proposal. Remember I mentioned people were using VPNs to bypass age verification? So what's the government solution? Clause 27 clearly states that within 12 months, VPNs in the UK will also have to implement age verification. But here's the twist. Good VPN services like Malvad, IVPN and Winscribe deliberately don't collect your personal information. They don't even ask for an email because their core principle is privacy. But now the government is forcing them to require government ID uploads, facial recognition scans or credit card verification to access VPNs. That means the entire purpose of using a VPN, anonymity, is gone. And listen, that wasn't even enough. The government will also track which websites you're accessing through the VPN. So what's the point of using a VPN anymore? Before, the government could see directly what you were doing. Now they'll see it through the VPN too. This is actual 24/7 surveillance being implemented. This isn't a theoretical threat, these are real legislative proposals. Now here's the third thing. The UK government's independent reviewer recently published a report. What did it say? Developers of end-to-end encrypted messaging apps like Signal and WhatsApp technically fit the definition of hostile actors. Why? Because their technology makes it difficult for UK security agencies to monitor communications. And also, journalists who carry embarrassing information about the Prime Minister might face similar scrutiny. The message is clear. Treat developers like criminals. Intimidate journalists so they don't report sensitive information. This approach is fundamentally wrong. Encryption technology is vital for privacy and security, but the government only sees it as an obstacle to law enforcement. Digital rights experts say that presenting encryption as a threat is wrong. Actually, breaking encryption is a threat to national security. And folks, this isn't just about the UK. This is becoming a global pattern. Australia has banned social media for under 16s. In the United States, 25 states have implemented age verification laws. The European Union has proposed Chat Control 2.0, which is a similar surveillance mechanism. So understand that this is a global fight. If it passes in one country, it becomes easier to justify in others. See, the UK implemented it, so we can too. So what's the situation now? These amendments have been tabled. There will be debates in Parliament. If they pass, they'll be implemented within 12 months. What happens then? VPN companies will have two options, either implement age verification or exit the UK market. And every new device manufactured will come with surveillance software pre-installed. What does non-compliance mean? Heavy penalties or complete blocks? Now the most important part, if you're in the UK, what can you do? I'll share legal and ethical solutions you can implement. First and foremost, awareness. Tell your friends and family what's happening. Share information from legitimate sources on social media. Many people don't even know how their privacy will be affected. Explain to people that this isn't just about hiding criminals. This affects journalists, whistleblowers, abuse victims who want to communicate safely, political activists, and normal citizens. Second, start shifting to privacy-respecting services now. Use legally available tools that provide encryption. For messaging, end-to-end encrypted apps like Signal, Session, and SimpleX. For email, secure email providers like ProtonMail, Tutanota, and StartMail. For cloud storage, encrypted storage solutions. These are all completely legal, and protecting your privacy is a constitutional right. Third, organizations like Open Rights Group, Big Brother Watch, and Electronic Frontier Foundation are legally fighting for your privacy rights. Support them financially if possible, or at least by sharing their content to spread awareness. Fourth, if you live in the UK, contact your MPs. Legally and respectfully express your concerns. Sign petitions. Do as much outreach as possible before the Commons vote. Use the democratic process. It's your right to tell your representatives that you don't support this legislation. Fifth, centralized services can eventually come under government pressure, so explore decentralized alternatives like Briar and Matrix protocol-based messengers. These platforms are designed so that central control isn't possible. Tools like Tor browser are also legal and designed for legitimate privacy use cases. Sixth, be aware of your digital footprint. Learn what metadata is, how encryption works, and what proper VPN use looks like. Knowledge is power. Folks, this is a fight for anonymous and private communication. And this fight isn't just for tech-savvy people, it's for everyone who wants their private life to remain private. History has shown us that once surveillance powers are granted, they rarely go away. So now is the time to raise your voice, legally and democratically. The government needs to understand that security and privacy aren't mutually exclusive. Both are possible together if the right approach is taken. I hope this information was helpful. If it was, please like the video and share it so this information reaches as many people as possible. Feel free to comment and share your thoughts. Take care of yourself, take care of your privacy. Stay informed, stay safe.